My name is Reed Blinn of Newmark Knight Frank. Today we are pleased to welcome Michael Crincoli, President of the Neat Company, to our Citybizlist interview. Welcome, Michael.
The company originally started as a software concept. It was an idea around expense reporting, so it was an application to help automate or take time out of preparing an expense report. It bundled it with a piece of hardware. In 2004, launched the first product called Neat Receipts, and we, for the life cycle of the product of the company, we were basically bundling our software application with hardware. We launched a cloud application, our first cloud application, in the middle of 2012. At that point in time, it was primarily a backup mechanism to the software application that we were including with the hardware. 2014, we decided to remove the thick client application that was installed on a hard drive and moved all of the processing power to the cloud and provided a thin client that was included in the product that allowed the desktop integration to a scanner from a cloud base. At that point in time, looking at the market, we saw that there was a proliferation in the way companies were receiving information. It wasn't just paper, and it was things were being emailed in, things were coming in a variety of different ways. It became very fragmented to manage documents, financial documents, particularly for small businesses. So throughout 2014 through 2015, we got to the point where we decided that we should untether ourselves from our own hardware. The hardware market, with our growth, became a very competitive landscape, and we felt that it would be better to focus on the software application, which was our core value, our primary value driver for our hardware and what made us different. And we started a certification program which we tested and certified other providers from a hardware perspective. And the benefit for the customer is that they could use existing technology or use whatever technology they wanted from a scanner perspective with our software client. But the application itself allows mobile capture, you could email in. There's a variety of ways to get in that's more in line with the workflows today and the way customers are managing that content. So throughout 2016 to today, we exited hardware. We worked with our retail channels to liquidate and move through our inventory, and at this point we're primarily a standalone SaaS company, an application for the small business market. Our customer base is made up of primarily small businesses, and small businesses, like all organizations, struggle with the organization of documents and document management. Small businesses in particular, because they're under-resourced, in a lot of cases they're sole proprietors or they're very small organizations, they just lack the process and sophistication to manage that. So at the very, very core, we're an organizational tool that allows information, all of their important information, to be consolidated in one place. The other aspect of the product is that some of the financial documents, like receipts and invoices, we're able to extract information off that automatically and create structured data. And that structured data could either provide insights, so spend tracking, spend summaries. We help with tax preparation. We were able to capture that information and make it useful for an organization. One of the large failures for small businesses is they lose perspective of their expense line, for instance, or they struggle with getting tax prep put together. They just don't have the time. People deck builders, they like to build decks. They're not so much. They're not concerned about the back end. So often these processes get put off to the back burner, and when they get put off to the back burner, it falls behind. So our tool allows someone to engage within workflow. It's an organizational platform. They're capturing information that's very important to their business and extracting data that's useful for them. The other thing is that we integrate with other applications. So if they're using a small business accounting package like QuickBooks, we automate the data entry into those applications. So the bookkeeping tasks of managing their business, we bring a lot of productivity and time savings to that, so they can focus on their business, not in their business. They get consumed by managing it as opposed to talking to clients, growing their customer bases, marketing their companies, or spending time with their family because they're inundated with the paperwork and management of their business. So we're a productivity tool for that small business customer.